this is exactly what we've been wanting to see. You got to be happy with Lenni H, and I'm sure head coach Sheldon Keefe is as well. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Devil's Digest, Ryan the Gosiker. Let's get right into it. Lenni H, his impact has been felt so far in 2 games to start his Devils career. We're going to get to that. We're going to break it all down. Devils now winners 4 of their last 5. We'll talk about the implications of that, what that looks like, what the standings look like. But before we get into the news today, this video is being brought to you by Kalshi. When you download Kalshi using the link below and enter code DIGESTNHL, you get $20 when you trade your first $100. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the United States. On their platform, trade yes, no on real-life events, sports, elections, news, pretty much anything you want, whether you're in California or New Jersey. Kalshi is live in all 50 states. Okay, for sports fans, trade on game outcomes, playoff chances, player performances, all in a regulated market where you can cash out at any time. Let's take a look at one of my favorites is the passing yards in the Seahawks-Rams NFC Championship game coming up this weekend. Okay, Rashid Shaheed, I love him over 10 yards. I believe that's his number. Okay, and Devontae Adams sitting at 30 yards. I love the over on that one. I'm tinkering with the idea of Puka, okay, and his over. I know it's high at 80, okay, but I still, man, just Shaheed and Adams, I like the over on both of their receiving yards. And just know, you can also look at the Devils' slim playoff odds as well if you so choose to. It's genuinely a smarter way to use your sports or news knowledge, and you can close positions whenever you want. Download Kalshi with the link in the description. Don't forget to use the code DIGESTNHL because I really want you to get your $20 bonus. And thank you again to Kalshi for being the official sponsor of this video. Now, let's talk some New Jersey Devils because they come out of last night having won 2 in a row. Okay, now they beat Calgary. Again, Calgary is nothing, is nothing to write home about. They're not going to win the President's Trophy. Okay, but a solid win on the road. They get an overtime win. Again, can make an argument, shouldn't have needed overtime. But again, Devils are near the bottom of their conference too. So it's not like the Devils are sitting in the top of the Eastern Conference saying, well, we should hammer this team. We should hammer that team. They've had to grind it out. And boy, did they. Shimon Nemec with the game winner. Aiden took you through that whole postgame. They come back. They beat Edmonton 2-1 in what was just a battle. I'm going to be truthfully honest. I did not stay up for the game. Okay. Went to bed a little bit early. I work in school, so I had to be up early. Okay. So I woke up to the pleasure that the Devils beat the Edmonton Oilers 2-1 in what was just a battle. And the first thing I did was go to the box score, and I said, well, if the Devils won 2-1, there's no way Connor McDavid played, right? And I knew Draisaitl, I think he's on a leave for a personal matter. Okay, so I knew Draisaitl was out, but I was like, there's no way McDavid played. And the Devils beat them 2-1. And Jake Allen had 19 saves, or 20, he ended up a little over 20 saves maybe. Whatever it wasn't a ridiculously high number. So I was confused. I was like, what is going on here? And I look, Gritsuk with the goal, which was set up beautifully from Glass, and then Gritsuk returns the favor, setting up Glass for what eventually led to being the game-winning goal. I don't know if going in you could have said, well, I think the Devils are going to hold the Edmonton Oilers scoreless from 7:02 into the second period until the end of the game. It's this whole entire second half, and it's not for a lack of effort, okay, because obviously Edmonton tried to get back in it. But what I want to focus on today is not only did they win, now that's 2 in a row, that's 4 or 5, okay, we'll talk more about that. But Lenni H, baby. Lenni H has been really, really good for this team. Okay, he's been awesome so far. And I want to focus on this tweet right here. The new look 4th line did not allow a single shot attempt tonight, let alone a shot on goal or scoring chance in their 7:43 of 5-on-5 with either Brown or Hameenaho on it. For reference, in the other 44-46 at 5-on-5, the Oilers had 42 shot attempts. Again, that's not on goal, but they had 42 shot attempts. That's video game type dominance. Okay. In his 2-game career, the Devils have a 13-1 scoring advantage with him on the ice, 21 minutes and 10 seconds, while general manager Tom Fitzgerald referred to him as a dip his toe in the pool guy. I think he's kind of, and again, the scoring, all that stuff, well, it'll come. But I don't certainly think he's dipped his toe in the pool. I think he might have cannonballed into the pool And he is earning himself the ability to stay here. And do we need to see Glendening anymore this year, barring injury? I hope not. I don't think so. Do we need to see Hameenaho, barring injury, for the rest of the year? I don't need to. Do you? I don't see why not. Lenni H has been excellent to start. And again, 2-game sample size, right? You know, it's going to take time. He's going to play bad games. He's going to play good games. This, that, and the other thing. But at least these last 2 games, he's given them what they've needed, which is stability in their bottom 6. Okay? Because like I said, we can point the finger at Jack Hughes, at Timo Meier, at Jesper Bratt, at Nico Hischier. But the finger's also got to get pointed at the bottom 6 because they've been horrible too. And guys just haven't played. Forget having career years because you can't expect a guy to have a career year every year. But some of these guys have fallen off the face of the earth, okay, and have done nothing. So now, if you can stabilize that bottom 6, make it a solid, dare I say solid bottom 6, then we can all point the finger at the top and say, hey, man, the bottom guys are doing their thing. Bottom guys are doing their thing, including Lenni H, who's a rook. Okay? These guys are doing their thing. You're not. So I think him playing well is really important for this team, not just from a fact that it's cool for him. He gets to stay up here a little bit longer. I think he's earning himself more playing time, at least the way these first 2 games have gone. Okay, because even here's one after his first game in Calgary. Okay, 12:37 of ice time, 88.9% expected goal share, 9-0 on ice scoring chances, and +7 on ice shot differential. Great vision on a couple passes. Hopes he sticks for a bit. I hope he sticks too. I really do. And again, the scoring, I'm not worried about him getting goals and assists and this and that. I'm worried about his impact. And right there, you see his impact. Right here. This was his impact against Calgary. Okay? This was his impact just after 2 games. Now again, is he going to continue this for the rest of his hopefully 15-year career? We hope it's a 15-year career. No. You can't do that, right? I mean, he's played 2 of the better games probably the Devils have seen, at least based on some of these statistics, all year, or at least in the last couple months. Okay, so his development is crucial for this team. And again, it's providing that spark. Hey, man, we actually got somebody down there that can play. It's not just the same guys who can't do anything all the time. So I think that's very important for a team who has to get going, has to get a jump start. Now, again, I told you guys, I don't trust the Devils until they beat Carolina. If you can't beat Carolina, you're not really going far in this thing. Okay? That's just the way it is. And Carolina's they've built a program and all that stuff. They've been really good. Program, organization, use those interchangeably as you will. Okay? The Devils have to get over that hump if they're going to go where they want. Now, where do they want to go, Goose? Well, number 1 has to be qualifying for the playoffs. Because no matter how much we don't trust them or we don't think they can get there, these guys don't think about that. They don't think they can't get to the playoffs. Okay, so let's take a look at the current standings. Now, again, some of the issues here, Toronto, Philly, obviously are points ahead of New Jersey. The Devils are tied with Philly and 2 points behind the Maple Leafs, but both of those teams have 2 games in hand with New Jersey. Now, if you look up at number 3, the Pittsburgh Penguins, okay, they also have 2 games in hand on the Devils, but the Devils are 3 points out of a divisional spot, right, because top 3 get in. They're 5 out of a wild card spot. So, or they're 4. I think that might say 58 for the Bruins. So, the Devils need to, this is why, we could do 100 videos on this. This is why the Devils stinking in the division is even worse for them than we actually realize. However, the Devils have the easiest schedule remaining in the Eastern Conference. Okay? They only see the big bad bully Carolina Hurricanes one more time. okay, they have the easiest remaining schedule. So, does that mean, Goose, they're going to rattle off 10 of 12? Absolutely not. Okay? However, it means that if this team has any... Because, again, here's another thing we could do a bunch of videos on, and I know we want to wrap up here, but we talk about how awkward the locker room is, this, that, and the other thing. You know what cures that? Winning. This all, it's awkward now that Luke didn't come here, and we know it's because Dougie didn't approve his trade, and all this crap. You know what solves all of that? Winning. Find a way to go win hockey games. Devils 4 or 5, okay? Lenni H being a huge part of the last 2 wins, okay? Again, not on the score sheet, but with his play, he is doing a fabulous job down there in the bottom 6 through 2 games. So let's see how he continues to go. Let me know. Did you expect this out of Lenni H? Did you not expect this out? Did you expect more of the same as Glendening and Lamico? Or did you expect to see what we saw, which is a really, really good start from Lenni H in his brief NHL, not NFL. Thinking already to the playoffs this weekend. NHL career. So let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you for listening, for watching, however you're consuming this content. And head over to Kalshi. We appreciate Kalshi for being the official sponsor of this video. And as always, we'll catch you next time on Devil's Digest.